Hello to the beautiful people of YouTube, the internet, Facebook, Twitter, everything that involves the internet and everything like that. Now, have you seen my lovely attempt at streaming on Twitch? Well, then you might remember me saying something about being on food stamps and a number of other things. Well, we've been trying to get a hold of the Oklahoma DHS, or Oklahoma Department of Human Services. And, well, we finally got someone last week. Apparently, my mother's caseworker doesn't handle the medical part of it anymore, and that we're getting a new one. Well, they happened to have called Thursday of last week. Now, they called my Google Voice, and it happens to go to my lovely cell phone and house number. That's how I protect people from, leaving really weird messages and stuff like that, because it goes to my Google Voice, and if it's anonymous, it goes straight to voicemail, and you're done with it. I don't have to worry about it. But anyway, we called a church that Thursday, and we finally, because we, being on food stamps, we kind of needed help for everybody, or from everybody. And, well, they said that their little food baskets that they do was last Tuesday, but they happen to have a couple extra. And if I was willing to go to the church at around 5 o'clock that day, that we can get a food basket. Now, since it was late, it wouldn't have any of the perishable items that goes in the refrigerator or freezer or anything like that. So it's mostly, cereal and canned goods, which is better than nothing, really. But while I was waiting at this church, Oklahoma Department of Human Services, well, my mom's new caseworker finally decided to call while I was out of church for a food basket. And, well, this normally wouldn't be a problem, because, she would, know the answers to most of their questions. Well, here recently, she's been rather forgetful here lately, and she couldn't remember a lot of the stuff that, she needed to answer. And she told them that I was an independent contractor, which, again, is normally not a problem. Except for when it comes to food stamps. See, last time we were on food stamps, I had to come up with 20 hours a week, which ended up, if it was like, or if it was every 2 weeks, I can't remember which. Either way, depending on how long the month was, that'd be, 80 to 100 and some odd hours a month. Wouldn't be a problem, except for I have one customer and I'm looking to get 1 hour's worth of work a month. Now, if I had more customers and more people wanting to, give me work, I would not have a problem with working. Matter of fact, I'd much rather be working than to be on food stamps. But, so I have to come up with other means of getting money. Because the world revolves around money, which, it's not even worth the paper it's printed on. So, recently, when I say recently, even though it's been 3 months, I started streaming. Yeah, other than that, I mean, it's doing pretty good. I finally got one viewer. Occasionally I have two viewers. Sometimes I have like 10 viewers for like the first 5 or 10 minutes of the stream. And then they go away and I go back down to 1 or 2 viewers. Now, I've been using YouTube to back up those streams because, you know, the archive feature on unpartnered Twitch streamers is only like 14 days, I think. So 14 days is archived on Twitch. Well, what I do is I happen to download it and put it on YouTube. Now, I've had YouTube account for quite a while, and I've just now started using it to archive my streaming. I mean, it's all, you know, dated, same title and all that other stuff. Matter of fact, I got Sony claiming 2 videos and Time Warner claiming 1 video already. Yeah. What fun there. Posted first, you know, it was the first 3 videos. Something like that. Anyway, so I got proof that I stream. And, I mean, the only proof I got for, you know, being an independent contractor is the website that handles my invoices, my, let's see, it handles invoices, credit card transactions. If someone decides to pay with credit card, it handles that and goes off somewhere else. But, I mean, they don't, the Oklahoma Department of Human Services, or OKDHS, which I'll probably, you know, start saying it that instead of the other, they don't accept that. They don't accept, you know, invoices as proof of employment. So my first question to the Oklahoma Department of Human Services, if you're not going to accept that as proof of employment, why should I come up with 12 hours a week worth of fake hours just to stay on food stamps? I only get 1 hour a month if I'm lucky. Now there are some months I don't get no work at all. Literally no work at all. Because, you know, they don't have work for me. So why should I make up, first, you know, like I said, the first question, why should I make up hours when you won't even take, the only means I keep, you know, the only records I get, you know, I keep as proof of income and proof of work, period. You know, I mean, why should I even, you know, fluff up, as I put it? Alright, now that's the first question. Now my second question happens to be, is how can I prove I'm a caregiver? You guys made me a caregiver. It's on the paper records that I'm a caregiver. It's on the records I'm even ahead of your case. But the minute my mother said I am an independent contractor, shit about being a caregiver goes out the damn window. I mean, is that right? Is that what you guys do? Seriously, I mean, I am a caregiver. I try to be and you know, I get no money for being a caregiver. You guys do not have any programs for me to get paid as a caregiver. Now we call Social Security. They said they don't have any means of me getting paid as a caregiver. We called Medicaid. They say they have no means of paying me as getting a caregiver. And Social Security doesn't pay my mother enough money to pay me as to being a caregiver. So my only payment right now from my mother is a roof. and food. That's it. No money. I mean, hey, I'm happy with food, and I'm happy with a roof over my head. But you guys are so concentrated on money, like everybody else in the world, that, I mean, if I'm not bringing money in, then I'm, what, invisible? I mean, without me, my mother won't get her meds. She won't get her, get any food from the grocery store. Let's see. And if there's something else at the last minute, she'd be doing without. Now, so I'm going to ask you, like, that's the second question. How do I prove I'm a caregiver? I mean, those are simple questions. Now, here's another question. You guys don't count telephone, internet, insurance. I mean, we have to have insurance on the vehicle if we're going to drive anywhere in the state of Oklahoma. So what do you expect me to do? Walk everywhere? Go fucking damn 40 miles to the next town because that's where most of some of the stuff is? I mean, it'd take me, weeks just to make it there and back. Just, guesstimating. And for her appointments, she wouldn't even make it to her appointments. You expect her to walk, 40, 50 miles to a doctor's office? And she sees, people in Holtville. So how do you expect me to take you seriously as a department, as a government department, when you don't even count insurance? Now, telephone, that's another thing. You don't count telephone. Is she supposed to, mail you guys everything? Because, I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like to me, is you want her to mail everything to you. You go on about a fax machine, but if you don't care about a telephone, how the hell are we supposed to fax shit to you? Now, you understand how that works? So, I mean, let's see what else. Internet. Oh, internet. You want her to have no means of any outside information to the world? I mean, it's bad enough. The only means we had of any information outside this lovely house of ours, which is, by the way, low-income housing, was the internet. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any idea what's out in the real world. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the internet. That's the only means of us knowing anything that's going on out in the real world. But you guys don't count it. So that means, out of my mother's Social Security stuff, which, it took Social Security 6 fucking years to decide that she actually, could get it. That's money that's coming out of my mother's, Social Security. And normally that wouldn't be a problem. Except for, we're paying, electric bill that's around $200. And, let's see, electric bill. The insurance is around $200 and something. Well, $200 to be honest. That is $400, roughly $400, maybe $500, if you count, gas, because I think it's usually when it's not cold, maybe about 20, $30. The highest it's been was $100 and something. That was last year because it was getting cold. But she only gets $700 and some odd dollars a month. And that's covering 2 people. Now, like I said, I do have one customer that I work for. And, well, I mean, when I get work, the money from that goes straight into her account because, that's the job of the caregiver. To make sure the person you're giving care to is squared away. And I mean, I have nothing other than what my mother gave me. And right now that's a PS4 to stream with. And she's paying for my phone bill. Because again, I mean, all the money I have goes to her. So I'm just kind of curious. And why you want to do this to somebody that's pretty much a caregiver 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm lucky to get any money, to be honest. Now, the only one other thing that I do to try to earn money is the crypto mine. And let's see. Go ahead. I mean, if you want to see that, that's basically what it is. That's how much I've earned. Now I got my worker stuff in my bedroom. So, I mean, this is how many shares I've done, and stales, and all that stuff, and how fast they're going, and all this other stuff like that. But that is the only other means of income I got. Because, like I said, I've only recently started streaming. 3 months is nothing, according to what I'm getting from all the people that are streaming. And I am very lucky to have one viewer at 3 months. Because apparently there's some people that go a year. There are some people that go 6 months without a viewer. So to have a viewer at around 3 months is simply amazing to me. And that is the only way I could even hope to get any money. And the only way the only means they can give me money is through donations. Because I'm not partnered on Twitch yet. You have to be the special few to be partnered on Twitch. You have to have so many off-the-wall numbers, it's not even funny. You have to stay on, basically stream 15, 20 hours a day. And I'll be lucky if I can do 4 hours before. Well, of course, there's some times that I can't even make it 4 hours without getting, called on by my mother. There are some days that I can't even go 2 minutes. Some days I can't even go 10 minutes. And there's long pauses in between, because I gotta take care of her. Because that's the job of the caregiver. All the other stuff I'm doing is the only means for me to try to make any money for myself. So maybe, just maybe, you can help me out a little bit. I mean, I've done everything I can do imaginable short of sticking my mother in a nursing home and leaving her there. And I'd much rather not do that. My grandma ended up being a nursing home. And my mother was the only one that went up there. Now, my aunt did go up there once that I know of. Maybe twice. But it was mainly just me and my mom visiting my grandmother in a nursing home. And so I'd much rather not do that to my mother. Because it would most likely be just me visiting her. So maybe you as a government department, or maybe some of the other government departments that told me that, oh, they don't have a program for that. Maybe one of them can help me out. Because right now, I pretty much have nothing. And, I mean, I can't expect people to just hand me money. But maybe you can help me in other ways. You know, I'll be happy with food. I'd be happy with, you know, work as a freelance IT guy. Give me work for being a freelance IT guy. Matter of fact, if you do that, help me with having somebody here while I do that work. I will be grateful beyond belief. You have no idea how grateful I would be if that was if you actually did that for me. I mean, hell, I'll shave this off, cut my hair. Because right now, these are not a priority. Matter of fact, this right here, these are $500 worth that my mother bought for me. I don't have any insurance. And, Medicaid didn't even help with my mother's glasses at all. Hers was $300 and something. So, I mean, you help me to be a more productive person in this world. I mean, give me a job. Or actually, give me work. I've done giving up asking for a job. I got tired of people telling me that I don't have, the job experience. Or that I'm overqualified, underqualified, or don't qualify for anything at all. That's why I'm a freelance IT guy. Matter of fact, I refuse to work as an employee anymore. Because my one customer I actually did work as an employee. And, yeah, an IT guy working as maintenance, it didn't last very long because I actually decided to try and go for my bachelor's degree. Believe it or not, I actually have a degree, associate's degree in IT. And I tried to go for a bachelor's, and I had to go ahead and quit because of this, caregiving stuff. So I have to make sure, my mother is squared away. Anyway, I would like to have answers to the questions. I would love to get help to get, work as a freelance IT guy. And just if you go to my website, believe it or not, I actually have a website. I actually have hosted in this lovely house. Because, Linux is rather fun. And, setting up a website was fun. Part of IT stuff. But if you actually happen to go to my website, please don't kill it. Be gracious. And, I mean, my resume, my Twitch stream, channels on there. But it's really very plain because I don't like it to be me being fancy. That's just not me. It has to be functional. And my website, for me, is functional for me. Anyway, thank you very much. And I'd graciously accept any help for freelance IT work. And people to stay here when I go to work or do the work. Or even, some means for somebody to help me be a better caregiver. Because right now, I have no vacation, no time for me. Because anytime that she's not needing my help, I'm waiting for her to page me again. So I literally have no time for me. I mean, it might look like I don't have time for me. Me time, as I like to put it. Watch YouTube, try to do streams. But it just doesn't work that way. So anyway, thank you very much. And maybe somebody can help me. Thank you very much. Bye.